Well, tonight PMTV adventured over to the dark side. Actually, that's the affectionate name for East Padia, because of course it always used to be a bit of a blackout. Tonight we're on Soy Kaunoi, or Bun Sampan. We're on Soy 9, which is just off of there, and we're at a bar called the Duke's Lounge. Now, this bar was previously known as the Golden Gate, but it's been taken over by a new owner, and it's been rebranded as the Duke's Lounge. Tonight we're here to meet a guy who is an MBE, but he is more famous for being a world-class snooker player, Mr. Jimmy White. So he's here to raise money for charity, and the money's going to go to the Father Ray Foundation. Actually, Jimmy's done a few different bars in town. I think he did Misty's, the Brass House out by Lake Maprichan, and he did Kilkenny at LK Metro. So people pay money, get to play Jimmy, and let's see who wins. But of course the real winner is going to be Father Ray. So let's go in and check it out. Okay, now first up to play Jimmy was the owner of the Duke's Lounge. It's Jamie. Jamie, how did it go?
It went very well, thank you very much.
You got your ass kicked.
Basically, I got whipped, yeah, as I normally expect. Here he is himself. Anyway.
Right, all right. But anyway, good effort. So you paid £1,000 baht to play him.
£1,000 baht to anyone to play Jimmy. All going to the Father Ray charity.
Yeah. Oh, it's sweet, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we'll be talking to Derek from Father Ray later, because all the money raised from this sort of tour that Jimmy's doing around the bars goes to the educational fund. But Derek will tell us about it. So tell us about the Duke's Lounge, what's going on here, and more importantly about, because you do like events as well.
We're a promotional company, yeah. This is just part of the promotional company, Duke's Promotions.
Okay.
So we do weddings, conferences, etc. Big parties, big shows, phone parties, whatever. So that's what we're up to.
In Padia?
All in Padia, Bangkok, and we're getting bigger.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I mean, when I came to meet you about doing tonight's gig, you said to me, you regard this as your office. But tell us about Duke's Lounge. What would you say makes it different from the other bars around town?
Well, definitely on the dark side, this is definitely a different bar. Let's face it. Yeah, it's more of a clubby bar. Daytime, nice bar. At night, we get a bit of party mode. So.
All right. Well, Jimmy, well done getting this organised, because I mean, Jimmy's a big name, and Derek was telling me that when he went to the Father Ray Foundation last year, he was thinking the kids wouldn't know who he is, and it was like Justin Bieber walked in.
Yeah, excellent.
So well done to you, mate. A bit of kudos. It's actually a very nice for your first event under your events company, or is it under your events company?
Well,
what does it matter?
It's under it. So.
It's all for a laugh, and it's all for good cause,
charity
right?
as well. Yeah.
All right, stay tuned.
Right, thanks very much.
Racking up. Well, the next game's nearly over. Let's go and see who's getting beat here tonight at the Duke's Lounge. Stay tuned. Now, when you do these jobs, you've got to make sure you have all your questions in your head. My first question was going to be, who is the sort of biggest adversary when you do gigs like this? Is it the guys or the bar girls? He's just been bitten by the Mama-san here at the Duke's Lounge. Unbelievable, Jimmy.
She played very well. She put in some balls. She's looks like she's been practicing a lot.
She's not bad, is she?
She's not bad at all, no.
Well, listen, mate, it's great work that you're doing tonight. I mean, you're coming around to some of these bars. They're not just the sort of high-profile bars in town, but you're a bit of a Pattaya boy, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm having a place built in Wongamat Beach, so
we know Winston at the Palm,
yeah, in 3 or 4 years' time, I should be living here. But last night we played in the Brass House, and they raised 179,000 for Father Ray Foundation in a small bar. Yeah. So as long as people are willing to put money in for the charity, I'll come along and play. And we've got one now in the Duke's Lounge, and hopefully make some money tonight. And we've got a tournament just been announced a few days ago to be in the Amari Hotel next year. We got 4 European players playing 4 Thai players, £1 million prize money, and £1 million goes to the Father Ray Foundation.
Well, actually, I was looking at the website before I came out tonight, and that looks fabulous. I know the guys who are organising it, and I know that you were at the press conference on Sunday at the Amari, so that's great. But it's all good stuff, and I mean, you seem to have an affinity with Padilla because I mean, all right, you've bought a place, but you've been coming here for years anyway.
I remember coming here as a boy of 18. I went from Japan to Bangkok. And then we went from Bangkok to Pattaya, and we had a week here, and I've loved the place ever since.
Well, that's the way it happens for everybody. Yeah. Not normally when they're playing snooker around the world or whatever.
No, but you've got some nice snooker clubs here. Yeah. So I can always practice here.
All right. Okay, so between now and next year, or give us a couple of things that it's lined up for you.
Well, tomorrow I go to Manila. I've got a demonstration in Manila tomorrow, and then from there I fly back to London. Then I've got a few qualifying matches next week, and then I'm off to China, and then Hong Kong, and hopefully that is in the end of October, and hopefully I'll slip a few days in Pattaya with my travels.
Brilliant.
God bless you.
Okay, well Jimmy, great work tonight, and I can see everybody's dead keen to play a game with you, and I can't believe that Tip beat you.
She beat me fair and square.
All right, thanks very much, mate. All right, stay tuned. Okay, thank you. Cheers. Now, as we've been saying, the money raised from tonight and the other bars that Jimmy's been touring around the last few days goes straight to the Father Ray Foundation. Joining me now is a guy who's been working there, volunteering for, oh my God, don't know how many years. It's Derek Franklin. Derek, how many years?
13 years.
13 years, man and boy, right? Yeah. All right, so this event that Jimmy's been doing, correct me if I'm wrong, it's going straight towards the educational part of Father Ray. What exactly is that?
All the money is going to pay for further education for our children. So specifically at the children's home, which is just not far from here. We've got 140 kids. And a few years ago we had our first ever graduates from university.
Okay.
Today we've got 11 in university.
11. So what you mean is you've taken them from being orphans, I presume, from a very young age, right through the whole school system, and then through university.
That's right. We take them from, well, some of them are into kindergarten, they go all the way through. Yeah. But one of the first boys to graduate was basically, we found him taking food out of a bin on the streets, and he was one of the first to graduate from university, and he's now a teacher.
Wow.
So education just changes everything. So we've got 11 at university now. They're trained to be nurses, lawyers, business managers. But the thing is, we've got 24 15-year-olds, and most of them want to go on to further education. But the good thing is, for all the ones who are in university now, they're the first ever in their family to graduate from school and go on to further education. So we're very proud of them all. But we want to be able to say to the kids who come through in the future, you can go to school as well, you can go to university.
Tell me, I mean, it's hard to guess, I guess, but roughly how much you think will be raised towards this over the last few days?
We've had some about 250,000.
Wow.
And that'll go all towards the snooker tournament which is taking place in August next year.
Yeah.
And all the money from there will go to education. Be spent on nothing else. Can't be spent on anything, just the education. So that we can look to the future and promise our kids that we can let them have what the kids are having now.
Okay. Well, you talk about the kids, aspiring to be what they want to be. We got a young girl tonight. She didn't want to do an interview, but she played Jimmy, and he said to me, make sure we get a shot of her, because he thinks that she's going to be the next woman world champion, female world champion.
I've seen her play.
Yeah.
We had at Legends Bar recently a pool tournament, and she played, and I thought she'll knock a few balls, but I couldn't believe how so good she was. But then again, some of our kids play, and I don't even play anymore. They beat me. I don't bother anymore.
But it's incredible. I mean, she's taking on a world-class snooker player, and just takes it in her stride. You know, maybe that's the naivety of youth or whatever. So they don't get that nerves. You know, they just, you know, hey, I'm good. I just go and do it.
I think at that age, you're not worried about anything. You just play it. You know, she's very. I've seen her play a few times. Very confident, and I think she will go far. I'm sure she will. And some of the ladies I've watched play here in the bar tonight play. They put give Jimmy a run for his money.
They did actually, yeah. I'm not sure about the guys though. He does. Maybe it's favouritism on Jimmy's part.
Maybe it's a woman's sport.
Yeah, maybe. All right, Derek. Great work, and we look forward to. I mean, Jimmy talks about the event next year, so we look forward to coming along to that. But it's all great, and you know, snooker. You know, I remember coming to Thailand when I was 15, 17, and when they say, you know, you're from Scotland, they go, oh yeah, Stephen Henry, and whatever, and they just this snooker seems to be a sport that Thais really identify with.
Jimmy came to our children's home last year, and I didn't think the kids would know who he was. But when he arrived, they just went mad. It was like Justin Bieber had arrived, seriously. And he's just a gentleman. He arrived with Ken Doherty, and they've spent several hours playing with the kids, signing autographs. And when I told Ken came this year, but on Sunday we took 20 kids down to the Amari, and Jimmy got out of the car, and it was like, oh, Jimmy's here, Jimmy's here, Jimmy's here. They were so excited. I didn't think they'd know who he is, but they all knew who Jimmy White is.
Well, I have to say he's a remarkably humble guy, and he also has an affinity with Pattaya in Thailand, and he seems to love the place, which is obviously why he's giving up his time to help organisations like yourself.
It's a great opportunity for someone like this to visit our kids. It's great for our kids, but it's also making our work more aware so that people know more about us. You know, we've got 850 kids. And students with disabilities, special needs. You know about the School for the Blind as well. So all this publicity is a great help to us, and he's just a good man.
Yeah, he is a good man, and you're a good man too.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're going to have one more interview, and that's with Jimmy, who's the owner of the Brass House that I mentioned earlier out at Lake Maprachan. Stay tuned. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Okay, now this guy, actually I've been wanting to interview him for a few years, but never had the opportunity, but now's the time. It's Jimmy Deacon from the Brass House. Well, it's actually his wife's business. For him, it's just somewhere to have a drink. Jimmy, well done last night. You raised how much money?
170,000 baht.
That's incredible.
Well, for a small bar around the lake, I thought we done really well. Everyone supported us. First time Jimmy had played round there, and
on a Monday night?
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
Yeah, it went really well. Yeah.
Awesome, right. So how was the money raised? I mean, tonight people are paying 1,000 baht to play him.
1,000 baht a game. We had some raffles. Had 2 auctions at the end of the night. Large bottles of whiskey, 4 snooker cues, and a cue that Jimmy had brought over from England, which we actually got 102,000 baht for that cue.
For a snooker cue?
Yeah.
Was the bidding, did it go all the way up to 102?
I was helping the bidding go up a bit. And, one person bought it for 51,000, and then another person very kindly doubled it, but he didn't want the queue. He let the person that bought.
So he basically gave 102,000 baht.
102,000 baht for a queue, yeah. But altogether it's 170,000.
Oh, that's awesome. And the money's all going to go to Father Ray. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's a good charity. Been going a long time. Hopefully it's going to send a few people to university. Who've just finished school. Maybe about 10, 11 people that we send to university. Right. So it's all going to a good cause. All right.
Is this something you hope that the Brass House is going to get involved in again?
Well, it's the first time we've done it. We normally do it for a local school around Maprachan. Obviously Jimmy was in town. I've known him 20 years, good friend of mine, so he kindly donated his time for us, and everything went well.
Well, it's the first time I've interviewed him, and you know, it's interesting when you meet guys like that because he's high profile, he's world class,
Yeah.
but he's just a geezer, you know,
Yeah.
with a heart of gold.
He's down to earth. A lot of my customers are all sort of mid-50s and upwards, apart from myself, obviously.
Just on.
And obviously they all grew up with him kind of thing, so a very good turnout. We had maybe 80 people there, and everyone put their hands in the pockets.
That's what it's all about. All right, we're going to wind it up here. As we've been talking, the website for the promotion company, because the Duke's Lounge isn't just this bar, it's a promotions company, and they're going to be doing events that are going to attract thousands of people over the next year here in Padilla and beyond, and of course in the years to come. This is Paul and Jimmy at the Duke's Lounge saying bye-bye, thanks for watching, see you, bye-bye.